Hello and welcome to lesson 22. Today we are talking about comparing people, talking about their appearance and their personality as well. So let's have a look at what is in the lesson for today. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Right, so in this class we will first look at adjectives used to describe appearance. We then are going to look at adjectives used to describe personality. And then we will look at making comparisons, so using the comparative. And we will look at spelling and grammar rules of comparative adjectives. And quick test. And that is it. So as you can see, we have a lot of information in this class. We will start the class today with a listening. So it's probably a good idea to have a pen and some paper so that you can take notes, okay? Because we are going to start with the listening first of all. Okay, now for this listening, I want you to try to collect some information, okay? I am going to describe my mother, and you have to collect information about her height, her weight, her age, she doesn't mind, her hair colour, and her eye colour, okay? Just to show you quickly, okay? So we've got height, so how tall she is, weight, age, hair colour, and eye colour. Okay, so are you ready? Yes? Let's begin then. Okay. Now, my mum is quite tall. She was 5'7", which is about 170 centimeters. But I think that now she isn't as tall. I think she is a bit smaller. She's probably about now 1 meter 67 or 167 centimeters. My mum has got dark hair and blue eyes. Her hair is short. She doesn't like long hair, and she isn't very thin, but she isn't overweight either. She's perfect. She probably weighs about 10 stone. That's approximately 63 kilos. My mum is 74, but she looks younger. Okay, so she does look younger than she is. Right, so how did it go for you? Now I'm going to put the chart on. Let's see if you got the information correct. Okay. If you want, you can go back, pause the video, go back and listen again and see if you can collect all the information. But now I'm going to put on the answers. Okay, so here we go. So height, 5'7". In the UK, we still talk about height in terms of feet. 1 foot is approximately 33 centimeters, approximately, because there's approximately 3 feet in 1 meter. Okay, so it's a bit complicated. But anyway, don't worry, I have the information in other terms as well. So you've got height, 5'7" or 170 centimeters, 170 centimeters or 1 meter 70. Okay. And what about her weight? Do you remember the weight? How much she weighs? Okay, her weight was about 10 stone. And that in pounds, because in the United States, they use pounds. There are, I believe, 14 pounds to 1 stone. So in British English, we still talk in stone, although a lot of people now talk about, they also talk about kilos, kilograms, okay? So, and notice we say 10 stone, not 10 stones. And what is a stone? Here, I have one here, look. This is a stone. It's a heavy stone. Can you see that? Okay. Right, so 10 stone and 140 pounds. And let's go back. So it's approximately 63 kilos. And her age, 74. But a very young 74. And hair colour, her hair is dark. In fact, it's brown. My hair is light, quite fair, but my mum's hair is dark. And she has blue eyes, very beautiful blue eyes, my mum has. It's a nice combination, no? Dark hair, blue eyes. Okay, right, so well done if you got all that information. Now, I'm going to put a picture on the screen. Which one is my mum? It's very easy. Okay, let's just put you here. Okay, which one is my mum? So you've got two ladies sitting here. Yes, that's my mommy. Yes, and the other lady is my mum's sister. So it's my aunt. Okay, so you've got my mum and her older sister. Okay, so here was the listening. Just read and listen. So my mum is quite tall. She was 5'7", which is about 170 centimeters. But I think that now she isn't as tall. She's probably about 1 meter 67, 167 centimeters. My mum has got dark hair and blue eyes. Her hair is short. She doesn't like long hair. She isn't thin, but she isn't overweight either. She probably weighs about 10 stone or 63 kilos. My mum is 74, but she looks younger. Okay, all right. So now I want you to identify in this text here the adjectives. Can you identify the adjectives? Okay, are you ready to identify the adjectives? Okay, here we are. So we've got tall, dark hair, for example, brown or black, blue eyes, short. Her hair is not long, it's short. Long, short. She isn't thin, but she isn't overweight either. And she looks younger. Okay, so that was the information from the text. Now, let's put some adjectives up related to appearance, okay? Because I was really talking about my mum's physical aspect. That is your appearance, okay? So if we go back to the screen, you can write down the list of adjectives and focus on the pronunciation as I put them up, okay? So we've got tall, short or small. Short, you have to be careful because it's a little bit, sometimes a little bit negative. Okay, so you've got tall, short or small. Maybe small is a bit more politically correct, maybe. I don't know. And then, so you've got tall, short or average height. Average height. Okay, so for example, here in Spain, I am average height. But in England, the people are tall and I'm not tall. So I'm quite short. Yes, it's true. And thin, so quite thin and overweight. So you have a bit of extra kilos. And you've got hair where you talk about long or short. Again, short. And old, or again, old or young. So old, for example, 74, 75, and young, well, it depends on your on your opinion. And then you've got middle-aged. Now, middle-aged, I suppose, is from about 45 to 60. I don't know. I think I'm middle-aged, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Now let's look at some vocabulary, some adjectives related to character, related to personality. Because when we talk about people, we often talk about their appearance and their character or their personality. Okay, so, sorry, let's have a look at some of these adjectives related to personality. Okay, so we've got friendly, always smiling, hello, how are you? And the opposite, unfriendly, hello, whatever. Okay, yeah, so that's unfriendly. And then shy, hello, shy. When I was a child, I was shy. I was shy. Now I'm not shy at all. Now I am outgoing. I'm sociable, confident, talk a lot. So yes, I was shy and now I'm outgoing. Okay, selfish. Ooh, what's selfish? Selfish. I love this word. It's a great word. Selfish. It's like, no, it's mine. You can't have any. It's mine. You can't have any. It's mine. Keep it all for me. Think about me. I am the most important person. Okay, that's selfish. And the opposite of selfish is generous. Oh, he's really generous or generous. You can say generous or generous. So he's really generous. He always gives, yes, this is for you, no problem. You can have that. Yes, yes, yes. Very generous. And funny. Funny is when the person makes you laugh a lot. So, for example, my brother is very, 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 very funny. He's very my family, when we're together and my brother is there, we're always laughing because he's very funny, very, very funny guy. Okay, and let's have a look. We've got serious. I don't make jokes. I don't like jokes. Very serious. And serious is okay sometimes. Huh? I think serious, shy, that's okay. Everything is okay. Unfriendly, no, I don't like it when people are unfriendly. That's not necessary. But shy, serious, that's okay. Everybody is different. Okay. Let's see. Test I got. Okay. So now you've got clever or smart, intelligent. They're all similar. Clever, he really knows what he's talking about. Smart, he really knows what he's talking about. Intelligent, it's like he is very clever, is very, very similar. Okay, so these are very typical words used with when we're talking about personality. Okay, so you've got friendly, unfriendly, shy, outgoing, selfish, generous, funny, serious, and the last one, clever, smart, or intelligent. Right, okay, so now we're going to have a look at, sorry, hang on. I'm going to have to look at some questions. So I'm going to put some questions on the screen. You can answer the questions honestly, or you can write down the answers and just think about the vocabulary and the meaning and the pronunciation. Okay, so here we go. Here are your questions. So, are you friendly or unfriendly? Are you shy or outgoing? Are you intelligent? Are you stubborn? Stubborn, what's stubborn? Now, stubborn, in every family, there is one person or more who is stubborn. Is it you? Stubborn is like, I am not going to change my mind, my opinion. I am not going to change my opinion. I am not going to change my opinion. I'm not going to change my opinion. That's stubborn. Somebody who really doesn't change their opinion. Okay. So yes, I know somebody in my family who is very stubborn. Do you have somebody in your family who's very stubborn, or are you stubborn? Okay. And then you've got, are you tall? Are you tall, or like me, are you a little bit short? Are you overweight? Do you need to stop eating chocolate like me? Do you have long hair or short hair? Or maybe it's medium length, long, short. And finally, is your hair dark or light? Like mine is quite light. Okay, so here we've looked at some vocabulary. And now what we're going to do is look again at the photograph of my mum and my aunt. Okay, and have a look at the sentence. Right, so we've got my mum is taller than my aunt. My mum is taller than my aunt. can see here. And here you can see a bit better. My mum is taller than my aunt. So my aunt is here and my mum is here. And my mum is younger than my aunt. Now this is true because my mum is 74 and my aunt is, I think, 81. So there's definitely a difference in the age. So my mum is younger than my aunt. Okay, now let's have a quick look. We've got the vocabulary here, the adjectives: taller, younger. And here is because we're making a comparison between two things. You've got one thing and another thing, and you're comparing it. Okay, so in this case, my mum is younger than my aunt. And notice we use the word than. Okay, because sometimes students get this word wrong. They say that or of. So it's my mum is taller than my aunt. And let's look at the grammar. So here, the tall, as you can see, has become taller. Now, taller, what does it mean? It means more tall. We don't say more tall, no. We use the adjective, the base form of the adjective, and add er. And the same here, young, younger. Tall, taller, young, younger. Okay, let's look at some more examples. So we've got my aunt is older than my mum, because my mum's 74 and my aunt's 81. My brother is younger than me. I'm not going to tell you. And my brother is 2 years younger. My son is taller than me. That's true. He's 13 and he's taller than me. London is bigger than Manchester. Mexico City is bigger than London. And I think my nephew, oh no, my daughter, I thought I put my nephew. No, my daughter is more intelligent than me, of course. Yes, more intelligent than me. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the adjectives. So you've got, here are the base adjectives: old, young, tall, big, intelligent. Okay, and you notice what happens with the adjectives when we are comparing two things. Okay, so you have different options. You've got to add er, to double the consonants and add er, as in bigger. Okay, you can see big, bigger. Or to simply add more intelligent. So, what are the rules? What are the rules? I'm going to show you now the rules, okay, and talk you through the rules of the spelling and the grammar of comparing two things, like this stone is bigger than this stone. This key is bigger than this key. This fork and this fork is smaller. Can you see? It's smaller than this fork. And last one, you see what these are? Can you see? Don't worry, they are clean. And this sock is smaller than this sock, and this sock is bigger than this sock. Okay, so making comparisons. Okay, so let's go back to the screen now, and I'm going to show you the rules. Okay, so you've got short adjectives. So, for example, tall, small, big, and to so short adjectives of one syllable or two syllables ending in Y. And then you've got long adjectives, which are adjectives of two syllables or more, unless they end in Y. Okay, don't worry if it sounds confusing. Have a look at the table. Okay, so we've got the short adjectives, tall, short, long, dark. And you simply add ER when you're making a comparison. Okay, so you've got taller, shorter, longer, darker. And notice that ER is pronounced with the schwa sound. So it's taller, not taller, no. Taller, shorter, longer, darker. Okay. Then we've got another example of some adjectives, one syllable, but these adjectives end with an E. Okay, so you simply add R. Okay, it'd be nicer, safer. And then we've got, as I said, the two syllable adjective ending in Y, like happy, heavy. And the comparative is happier, heavier, happier, heavier. So here you can see if the adjective ends in Y, change the Y to an I and add ER. Okay, so you can see here the change. Right, so now another type, you remember from the examples before, you've got big, hot. Notice they become bigger, hotter. Why? Because if the adjective ends in consonant, vowel, consonant like big, B is a consonant, I is a vowel, G is a consonant, so it's consonant, vowel, consonant, you double the letter. Why? It's basically related to pronunciation, okay? Because to keep the vowel short, like big, hot, or to keep the sound short, we double the letter. So it's a spelling thing. It doesn't affect pronunciation, it's spelling. Okay. And now we've got here the long adjectives. So here with the long adjectives like overweight, stubborn, intelligent, underweight, with these you simply add more in front of the adjective. So here's an example: more overweight, more stubborn, more intelligent. Okay, notice here stubborn is an adjective with two syllables, but it does not end in Y. So we use more, okay? Not stubborner. No, that doesn't exist. Okay, right, so here I'm putting on the screen some sentences. You just have to decide if they're true or false. So just have a look at the sentences, read, relax, think true or false. If you want to write the sentences down, you can. Just pause the video, okay? So here are the sentences. New York is bigger than Cambridge. Russia is bigger than China. Natalie is taller than her mother. Natalie's aunt is older than her mother. England is colder than Egypt. Dubai is hotter than London in summer. Okay, so yes, the first one is. Okay, so New York is bigger than Cambridge. True. Russia is bigger than China. True. Natalie is taller than her mother. False. My mother is quite tall. Natalie's aunt is older than her mother, meaning my mother, not my aunt's mother. So, yes, it's true. England is colder than Egypt. Yes, it's true. And Dubai is hotter than London in summer. Is that true? Yes, it is. In summer, Dubai is very, very, very hot. And in London in summer, it depends. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's, well, it doesn't snow, no. But if the temperature can change a lot. Okay. And now I'm going to put on the screen for you some sentences. I recommend that you write the sentences down. So pause the video, write the sentences down and write the adjective in its comparative form. Okay? Are you ready? Right, here we go. Okay, ready? Sorry. I hope you didn't see. Right, now I'm going to put the answers on. So if you don't want to see the answers yet, then please pause the video now. Hello, so yes, we've got my brother is more intelligent than me. My sister is older than me. My sister-in-law is funnier than my brother. My aunt is more stubborn than my mother. I am more overweight now than I was 2 years ago. And Brazil is bigger than Chile. Okay. So lots of information, lots of very good adjectives, and it's very good fun to compare people in your family. So I recommend that you think about 2 people in your family and try and write some sentences about those people, okay? And you can do it about your family, your friends, different friends, teachers, and this will help you generate lots of different adjectives. And think about the rules for comparison and write down the adjectives. You can use an online dictionary to translate the adjectives if you don't know how to say them in English. Okay, so you can have lots of fun with comparatives. So thank you very much for joining me for this class. Now, as always, I will put a reminder here just to remind you what we covered in the class. Okay, so in this class, we did adjectives used to describe appearance, adjectives used to describe personality, like stubborn or shy, intelligent. We did making comparisons, comparative. We did the spelling and grammar rules of comparatives, and we did a quick test. Okay, so lots of information. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in lesson 23. Take care. Bye.